you're getting locked up here and there, you're coming out. At what point did the pimping actually start happening?
It was always there.
Okay.
It was always there. But it took up until I lost my son that I really knew that this is what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew before, but that kind of made it official.
I mean, how old were you when you first, when you look back at
17.
At 17, that's when you first
I went to YA.
Okay.
With a taste of it, I got out and just started running it.
Okay. And you turned out your first girl at 17?
Somewhere around there.
Okay. Can you describe that process at all?
Why?
Hey man, I think pimping is one of those things that, as an outsider, you look at it, and I've read a lot. I remember when Pimps Up, Hoes Down first came out, my head was blown. And I remember I read every book, from The Sweet Science of Sin to Don Magic Juan's book to all the Donald Goines book and stuff like that, because it's really hard to comprehend how a woman would go have sex with a man, take that money and bring it back to another man, and then repeat the cycle over and over again. But that's pimping for you.
Yeah, it's deeper than that.
Explain.
You just did.
Okay.
Basically, Yeah.
Once you got a taste of that, was that something that you knew you were going to run with, or was it just like a side hustle that you never thought?
It was something I knew I was going to run with.
Okay.
I just knew it. Yeah.
And what was it about pimping that really made you think that way?
The ability to look far and beyond what your normal man may see it. Just instantly, that's why they call them squares, Wow. And, you can look at them and tell them what you're doing and they still won't hear you. No one. Like, wow.
Was there like an older pimp that kind of took you under his wing and started showing you the way?
Yeah, my uncle.
Your uncle? Oh, so he was a pimp?
Yes.
Okay. How big was the stable?
Man. He kept a handful of good broads, man, and they all resembled each other. It was a trip.
Really?
Yeah. They would be short like him, and I just remember, my aunties and him doing his hair all the time.
Oh, he had a perm?
Well, no, he just needed grease and water in his hair.
Okay.
He was a Creole dude.
Okay.
And some of their hair was just straight, But yeah, and he used to just be fun to watch, during the day. And the special part about this is that he couldn't read or write good. He spent a lot of time out of school because he was sick. And he made up for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this your father's
Mother's.
brother or your mother's brother?
Yeah.
Okay. So you basically went up to him and said, listen.
No.
No? How did it work?
I was the first grandson, so, they would, have a ball, talking to me like I understood them. And and as a kid, you at some point you wonder, why are they talking to me like this? And then you get a little older, and they still do it. And the other little cousins, they ain't really, and you realize that they don't talk to none of them like this. So you feel a little special, I guess.
Okay.
I asked my uncle if he had any money, one day, and he said, yeah, and since with it. And everybody around him started laughing. And then he just asked me, he said, man, any of them little girls at your school say they like you and they'll do anything for you? I said, yeah, all the time. And he said some of them wasn't playing.
Right, because most, especially young men, they're just looking to have sex with women.
Exactly.
That's the only thing on their mind. They will throw everything away in order to have, to have sex with somebody.
Right.
But a pimp thinks completely differently.
Right.
A pimp doesn't think about sex.
No.
At all, no matter how attractive that woman is.
No.
So that was how you were being groomed at that point in terms of the way you're thinking?
Uh-huh.
Okay. But, people are still sexual. I mean,
Right.
were you having sex at an early age?
I think I was 15.
15. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So how do you separate that? You got a girl who's attractive that
Yeah.
you're sexually attracted to,
Yeah.
but if you have sex with her, then the whole thing breaks down, right?
Yeah, in a major way, yeah.
Right. So you have to basically have
No matter what it looks like, yes.
you have to have self-control.
Yeah.
So how do you do that at an early age when your hormones are raging and everything else like that?
Number one, you got to have, that certain bone in your body that tells you it's okay to step outside this box. It has to work because you're born with that. This ain't something you can create. You got to be born like that.
Right. You said that pimps are born, they're not made.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember how much that first girl brought back to you?
Man. Yeah.
Can you say or no?
It's up there.
Okay. Okay. So you started making money as a teenager.
Yeah.
Okay.
And got locked up
For pimping.
and came back.
How old did you get locked up? So how old were you when you got locked up for pimping?
Oh man, I was going back and forth juvenile hall, since early teens. But when the YA stuff kicked in, I was 17.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, getting a pimping charge is a little bit different than like robbery or,
Well, now, yeah, I never had one of them.
Okay. Okay.
Pimps don't go to jail for pimping; they go for mispimping.
Okay.